Excellent.
And then he waits there for a moment, and he walks out of
It's not
the
gonna be
main
creepy, is it?
entryway and comes back with Elevin, and says, "If you would be so kind as to show my beautiful friends to the estate of the Steelites." And the Elevin nods curtly and starts to walk out of the estate as the Tarleen says, "Until tomorrow," and he disappears back into the rooms of his.
Yeah,
his
I
mum.
curtsy and turn and follow.
I give a little salute.
I love it. That's like me, and you're like, see ya, comrade.
Friend zoned again.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. You get shown back to the
Pretend
estate
we
that
don't
you
know where we're
of.
already
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
And then the Elevin bids you farewell and returns. And now what are you guys doing?
He definitely wanted to fuck you. Just gonna put it out there in case you didn't.
And I do that. I blow out that, and a leaf comes off from me where I've exhaled so hard, and I push her to the side. I push her in a chummy manner.
Oh yes, chums. Right.
Chums.
He's a little bit creepy though.
I nod.
He wasn't that creepy at the tavern, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the whole snobby air about being around the estate that intensified it in some way.
I agree.
Anyway, we'll go find the boys then.
Yeah, I don't think it takes very long.
Do we
Yeah.
see them?
You see Cardinal bowling over some people.
So is there any guards around outside the wall or just on the inside?
There are people on the
presumably
inside.
on the inside.
And then there's you see city guard. You see the city watch.
But just roaming the street.
Yeah, just patrolling.
Is there okay? Is there a bit large enough gap that I could potentially just scout over not scout over the wall, but pop my head up level with the wall to kind of see into the estate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
So
it calm.
yeah. If you're on stealth, we'll see how quiet you are about it. But you notice a gap in the timings that allows you to scramble up the metallic decorative wall that has these bushes and stuff woven through it.
All right.
Weaving.
Just really quick. Is there any ball sports that are played in this universe?
I mean,
Lacrosse or something.
you can make one up, sure.
Polo.
Okay.
No, they definitely play polo.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
You know what?
All right. Oh,
Oh, but
fucking beautiful.
I can't
Fucking-
believe that.
Like a fucking glove.
I mean, okay, cool, fair. I mean, I asked for stealth, but dex works. It's exactly the same.
Well, I mean, I have a +5 to.
I mean,
both,
exactly.
so-
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you scamper up the framework of this fence and look out into the estates of the Steelite estates. What are you looking for?
Guards around. I assume this is the back or the side. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
that I'm on.
So yeah, there's
Probably
once
the
again
back.
there's this over the top garden. There's probably that's probably getting pretty late. There's not probably
Yeah,
many people around.
I was gonna
There's,
say, I
the
imagine it's the
guards.
kind of time of night where it would be kind of the brightness of the moon coming down, and then the garden illuminated by any light coming through the windows
Yeah.
from inside. Yeah, and torches or lamps around.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of tech would be around, a gas lamp or something like that.
Yeah. So what's the guard count? Around the back.
So there's probably
Any or-
at this time of night there's probably 2 or 3.
All right. do they look like they're getting tired? Like, or they look
Not-
fresh?
I don't think they look tired. They just look.
Fresh meat.
I think they look bored. I think they look tired.
Like tired from like not like physical exertion, but like, oh, I've been on fucking my 8-hour shift. Like,
Nah, they don't. They don't look like they're at the
No,
end
they'd
of
be
their
new
shift.
guys probably.
well, like, what I'm trying to get at is I want to kind of try and work out when like shift changes.
Yeah, no, like they look like relatively fresh. They don't look like they've been on guard for hours.
What time?
and
What time
hours.
do you reckon it is?
Like 8, 9, maybe.
I was thinking 9.
Oh, so it's probably like a 6 o'clock shift change or something like that, right? Probably find that out if we interrogate some poor helpless servant.
Again.
You should have told me that.
I it jumped away from me too quick. I couldn't think of it.
You were so encapsulated with Windows.
Oh, that's not on my webcam, but like one of my things just like peeled itself off the wall, and it was really weird. Well, you can see the corner of it. You can see the corner of it.
Archie looks pretty spooked.
Yeah, it just kind of.
I've
peeled.
got no camera for
Gonna
Jake
get
now.
Gonna get it.
Like I've got no cam for you for
I
like the
know.
last hour.
I can
Probably.
check, so it's fine.
Artie's interested.
Alright.
Yeah, so maybe we spend tomorrow trying to interrogate when the shift changes, and then we can try and like time it so it's just before shift change, so everyone's fucking wrecked.
That's a thing
There
we
you
can
go.
do.
But
That's a thing we could do.
one would assume there would be a lot more guards inside the place. Plus, we have to get into a treasure room. That's
Yeah,
locked.
that's right. Just beat them up. It's fine.
Every time we fight, we lose.
Well, no,
Check that
like,
one
okay. So like, nah. Surely they load all the guards on the outside because they just want to stop people from getting in altogether. Like, if your guards on the outside are doing their job, you don't need many guards on the inside, right?
I literally point to a house like on the property and like, there's enough guards to warrant a house. I'm pretty sure there's more than 3.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh my! Just don't talk about penises when we get into the estate, okay? Just
There's a guard.
Another
Quick, suck his dick.
cappuccino.
Suck his dick.
Fail the stealth roll. It's the only
Oh
roll.
my
Quick, suck his dick. Quick.
Quick!
You have to do it now. We're all gonna die.
Jesus
That is
Christ.
unreal. Jesus Christ.
There's a
Oh
last
my
resort. Do it quick.
I'm over to bring out a weird side of you, my friend. Oh,
And the guard's just standing there like,
he's so shook it up. He doesn't know what to do. That's why like King hit him.
the guy has no. He's like, what? What's happening?
What's happening?
Oh my god. So,
The
what do
ultimate
you guys
combo.
do?
we,
Ultimate
we
combo
found
move.
them. Yeah,
Sorry.
we found the 2 boys.
Yeah. You find them.
Alright, I'll relay the plan to what we found out to Cardinal.
and I will relay what I found out to the group.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yes.
relay race.
We're gonna have to wait until tomorrow night for all of this, which I suppose is fair enough. So, do I see Zon like climbing up the wall?
Yeah, I think that's the perfect time we see like Zon like
I-
peeking over.
I,
like,
I point over to him and I'm like, he can keep doing whatever he's doing and work out what he's gonna do tomorrow.
How many guards did I see on the outside, Liam? Sorry, I forgot. Oh, I don't know if you told me.
you saw like 3
Three.
on the other on the like the back.
3.
Of the,
You know, like.
And they
whatever-
don't- And they're not like, they just are stagnant. They're not moving. They just like have
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
posts, I suppose.
Yeah.
Are they? They're
Just
not
as
like
a-
looking. Anyway,
Karen,
go on.
just as a general question, we haven't seen any of the other guild groups around at all, have we? None of them?
Nope, none.
I have this
Liam.
inkling that because we're in the guild we're in, we might have been chosen to do this specific one.
Nah, because like he didn't know what we were in when he came up with our scroll, right? Like,
That's a fair point. Oof.
To be fair, magic exists, and he's a god,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I mean, everyone's probably got a really cunty assignment like we do, so.
Steal from someone.
Are you talking about
Now-
real life or?
Yeah. How far away is the roof lamp from the wall?
A fair distance.
Like,
You could
if
probably
I
get
double
onto the
jump-
roof, like, you think if you went around the other side, you could probably, like, get onto the roof of, like, the servants' quarters or the guardhouse, and then, like,
And then
skip
from
and
that-
jump. Like, yeah, parkour
okay.
your way. It'd be a bit of a jump, like, you'd have to make, like, a jump, which you're not 100% sure is within your capabilities, but,
I could double jump,
yeah, definitely, that's a thing you can do.
and that could definitely be within my capabilities then.
Yep, if double jump, if jumping in midair without hitting another object was possible.
I mean,
That
double
is
jump in the
possible.
sense I can jump double my normal jump.
Cough, cough, cough. A vault is not gonna be on the top floor
I
of
mean,
the
but you have to,
building.
you have to get in the house.
I thought we were just gonna walk in with them.
Wine
as, like, their-
cellars.
They're sellers. No, because I
as their entourage.
I could see, but I was picturing. I didn't know we were gonna get like a. I didn't know. I mean, they're probably rich. They probably have like a stage. I was just imagining like performing on their front porch like carolers, but
No. We're going in the house. We're
Yeah,
in
okay.
like
Standing
we're in
awkwardly
like
at the
their
front.
main hall.
sorry, I didn't assume they had a fucking stage ready to
What-
go.
what-
But
what's their plan?
random
Oh,
street
not
performers,
in
random
a
street performers. I didn't know that was a thing.
Have you never seen
We
someone
have
play an
friends
instrument
in
in a
high
kitchen?
places.
What? Have I never what?
Seen someone like perform like in a dining room or something before?
Yeah, like a dining hall.
What kind of
or a
fucking
banquet
friends?
hall.
What kind of fucking friends do you have?
Well,
Or like, you know,
People who
that
play-
one guitarist in the corner of a bar.
Open mic night.
Yeah, exactly.
In my
Oh,
kitchen.
karaoke,
In my
yeah.
fucking kitchen.
Get all
I love the
get all
idea of
dance
fucking
songs,
open
like
mic
karaoke
night.
many time after about like a dozen beer, people will get their instruments out and you'll just play in the middle of the room.
Yeah, but that's
what
hardly
they
a
do.
performance. It's like random people screaming like in a fucking like.
No one
snap
You
else
don't
back.
let the
has
people who
that
suck
kind of
play.
talent.
I don't really get a choice in the matter, to be honest.
So,
Anyway, they
Yeah,
have
they
they have a
hardly
stage.
have-
They have a
old
stage.
people.
I assume they have like a private viewing room, like where they watch
It would, Jake.
movies before they come
Have
out.
you ever seen a stately manor? There would be a banquet hall, and at one end of the banquet hall would be. It probably wouldn't even be any kind of raised area. It would be an area that's allocated for anyone playing an instrument or performing or a jester or anyone like that. It would be an area that's kind of dedicated to any kind of performance at a mealtime. Sometimes they have a separate room. Sometimes it's part of like it's an extension of a banquet hall. Actually, it's normally a separate room that's like off of the tail end of a banquet hall that would then be like kind of an entertaining room. So it would flow, the house would flow, you'd go in, you'd eat your meal, and then after your meal, maybe before a next course, you would then go in, be entertained, and then come back out. It's that kind of scenario.
Okay.
We're not caroling.
We're not on a theatre or on the front porch.
I mean, I understand that. I was just like, I know I had this idea of like carolers in my head because that was how I initially suggested the idea. Like,
Fucking Christmas carol.
yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing.
Sitting on the front porch with them just standing awkwardly at the front door, like
Yeah,
half
that
closed.
was, that
Like,
was it.
We're like singing away in a manger, and they're like, "Where have you travelled from? We've never heard of Jesus before."
who is this?
It's like literally what I had in my head, like a fucking carol situation. Like that's literally what I was thinking.
We literally have our like foot in front of the door.
And
stopping
my whole plan was like, you guys just have them on the front porch and we sneak in the back. Like,
What? Like, okay, so I have an idea, but I wouldn't have said it to like you guys yet because there's no need for you to know it. But I plan, like, this is out of game, but don't meta it, obviously. I plan to make like a speech because we explained before how we think everyone should be able to experience the music. I'm gonna like plead to them like, why don't you have the maids and everything in, like have your servants come in. I think they should be able to experience it as well. So I'm planning on trying to get as many people that work in the household to view the music and stuff.
We'd like
yeah.
some crowd participation from the guards.
Oh my god.
That's so not suspicious. Like, hey, just get on the guard.
We'd like all your guards to participate in this magic trick. We're gonna saw them in half.
No,
If all the guards could line up, I would saw them in half. It'd be fantastic.
Oh shit! I should have practiced.
Oh, whoops! I didn't bring the magic one.
Oh, we fucked it up again.
Oh no! It's another lawsuit.
This is why we left the country last time.
No, you would just say the trick is literally now your guards are half the man they used to be. There you go.
Oh no! You have twice as many guards.
You got twice as many guards. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck you, Quack.
Alright, so let's well, what's happening now?
I don't know.
Are we
Pretty sure
time
caroling.
skipping? Are we
Pretty
time
caroling.
skipping to the you are at the manor, or is there something anyone wants to do in the meantime? Or
What are you guys doing? Like, I imagine we're just staying somewhere overnight, somewhere normal.
Let's get
Some
taverns,
dive.
yeah.
Yeah. What we used to, some tav somewhere. It's lit.
No, can we not stay in a tavern?
We're staying in a tavern.
I don't want to have to do this again. I don't have to do this
Not have
again.
enough fucking self-control.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Where are we staying? Where are we staying?
Can it be called like
Wherever
the
we
Rusty
dropped off the
Spoon?
flaccid.
Nah, it's called the Flaccid Scepter.
The flaccid what?
The Flaccid
Scepter.
Scepter.
Ooh,
Yeah,
no.
callbacks.
It's literally that's in every
It's for me.
D&D game I play. The Flaccid Scepter is in every D&D game I play.
I was also in the Song of Ice and Fire game.
It was in the Song of Ice and
Mhm.
Fire, yeah. It
Yep.
was the name. It was the name of my character's whorehouse.
Good time.
That's a lot more suitable.
Yeah, it's a lot more relevant.
Yeah, but they were in like medieval times. Taverns are pretty much like double as whorehouses all the
Pretty
time
much,
anyway.
right. All right. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Well, we'll go make our plan for tomorrow.
Yeah, sweet. So what
Have you? I look at Zon and I'm like, have you done the have you the suitable amount of recon? You think?
Yes, I counted the guard.
There are 3 whole guards. Alright.
Do not ask him about the wall height or windows. We will be here all night.
I
Probably.
can jump it! I can jump it! Who do you think you are? I can jump it.
I like hungovers on. Alright. Let's head back to the tavern.
It's
Zon
a really
punchy.
bad hangover.
Zon-
I can't,
Zon
I
is a lot
can't
less
tell if it's
punchy.
like psychotic turmoil at this point. Like,
He's just got mad
Yeah.
PTSD.
he's a changed
really-
man.
It's really weird when you're hungover to be obsessed with jumping and cock. It's so strange.
Mate, you're the one who wants to keep sucking him off, alright? Like, it's...
Oh my god,
Don't
I
leave us
sigh and I like get
So
a
we,
drink from wherever I
we,
can.
we time skip.
Alright,
To like,
we are.
I think we
at
get
the
like
tavern.
a montage of you guys doing any more prep that you want to do for this. So what is there anything we would see in the montage from any of you specifically?
Mock's getting a fucking fancy dress.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Is there any idea?
I've
what that
got
looks like?
I've got fancy garbs, so I'm sorting them out.
Can we just put on like
should I
a
get better clothes?
like a Rocky 5 montage while we like are prepping for our heist?
Basically, right? That's what this is, right?
Yeah.
We're like I had the
I
tiger
am
playing.
currently wearing like layers upon layers of things.
And you
I
think
put on
of
my
it-
happy mask.
Should I get better clothes? Probably an idea. Do I have money for better clothes? That's a good question. Hello, roll 20. I have a fair amount of gold.
Yeah, I think you
Well-
got gold to buy.
Is there any like guards that have come here like after shift change, like they're just drinking in the tav?
Nothing from their estate. They'd be like
Yeah, I
talking
don't
about
think
City
they'd be
Watch.
clocking off and heading down to like the flaccid scepter for like Half the
I mean,
drinks at like
if I was
6
a
a.m.
guard, if I was a guard for like an obnoxiously rich person, that's probably where I'd go.
What's the
Flaccid
bitch
Scepter.
about them, right?
Yeah,
There's
like
probably
seriously.
enough flaccid scepters around the manor house that you wouldn't need to go
Those-
to a
nah,
pub
they,
for one.
they need a few more drinks before they get to the Flaccid Scepter stage.
Why is it like in
Is that
reverse
speaking
now?
from experience?
Jake, oh my god, I was literally gonna say this.
Pushing rope. Anyway.
Tipsy drunk, exposed.
Uh,
Not clean.
So, is there
that
anything you
canon? I'm
guys,
not
is
sure
there
if
anything you
that's
guys
canon
want
or
to
Emotional.
do
that canon?
to reclaim control of this game? Is there anything you guys specifically want to do before we time skip to you meeting the person?
Meeting your white people. I should probably find some nicer clothes. I look at Flavia in her nice outfit and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm fine how I am.
And then Flavie looks at you judgmentally.
No. I'm like a fucking dead tree person. Like, I can't really look down on people.
You're a dead tree.
A beautiful dead tree person.
Like, I'm all autumnal. I'm not like green and like
Yeah, but-
spring like the others.
That's prettier than just fucking green.
Ah, it's got emotional. Might cry.
Yeah, I know. So much emotion. Yeah, let's all. Christ. Like,
After what just happened, I think I need it. Fuck.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'm out of Strongbow, so better start pouring the vodka.
I should drink next time.
No,
Oh
we
my
should-
Goodness.
what we
Cool,
should
yeah.
do is made RPG.
Oh my
drop.
fucking
Hammered.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
God. Oh, you'd have to do it hammered. Like, I wouldn't be able to think of any of the
Yeah.
funny things sober.
Made
have to be
RPG.
absolutely
Made RPG
sloshed.
drunk would be pretty fucking funny.
Can I be like the main dude as well? Can I
You-
play like
you
the
have to
main
DM.
the
You have to
DM.
DM. The DM has
You have to
do it.
DM. The DM is
Yeah.
the main guy.
I'll fucking do it.
Okay, so what so is there anything else anyone so do you get fancy clothes, Mock?
I'll certainly look around for a store.
If you sent a message to our creepy, slimy friend that you don't think you have suitable clothing, I'm sure he would fucking give
I don't
us
like where this is
everything.
going.
I'll actually. I'll point out when you say that to her. You know, if you say so creepy, do you really want to be in something he'd put you in?
I wink at her.
Ooh. I think he had eyes for you, I'm not sure.
I blushed.
Oof. Right. I'll take a look at some places and see if I can find something, I don't know, a little bit gaudier, I suppose. I suppose I want to look like I've got my nose 50 feet in the air, don't I?
Might want to buy a tall horse.
Oh, where can I buy a horse?
I sigh.
Even
Good.
better, where can I buy what have you got there? An elk. I want one of those, or is he a moose?
You want my
Yeah,
staff?
a reindeer, stag, moose.
I'm
This is
not
turning
sure
into
you can
Caroline.
buy
We're getting a
them.
reindeer.
Okay.
We could
Um,
make him a part of our performance. We could arrive on your stag.
Oh my god.
That is a euphemism.
Jesus.
Yes.
So this is the point where if you guys want anything extra for the heist, just
Okay.
add it to your character sheets. Like this is you go and buy it, spend the money, add it
An
to your character sheet.
Apache helicopter.
Cool, they don't exist.
Perfect.
But it was good effort.
What's
They
the
would.
medieval
Weapons.
version of that? Like the Trojan
A Trebuchet.
horse?
Trebuchet. Yeah.
A tribucket.
Trebuchet?
Yeah,
Tribucket.
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet?
Oh no,
I'm
pretty
we're
sure
well
you
aware.
mean-
Um,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we
excuse-
mean Trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
lay them beats down.
Okay, so yeah, if there's anything that you guys want for the heist, just add it to your character sheet. and
I
deduct
already
the
have-
money for it.
Thieves' tools. And
What does a grappling hook cost?
Like 2 gold, isn't it?
Pretty sure that's like an
You
actual
don't have any
item.
money.
Pretty sure I actually don't have money because
Yeah, you
I
don't.
get robbed.
Because the
I-
pirate dude took all of your money, so you definitely
Where
don't
is
have
I can
money.
lend
Wait,
you
is there a
my
money?
gold.
Where's the money section? Where's the money? I have 2 gold pieces.
Oh, that's right. You won someone we were gambling.
Yeah,
You did, yeah, that's right.
Fuck yeah.
Because the dude took all of your money when he knocked you out.
Yes, he did. That bastard.
What were you looking for again?
That- Grappling hook.
Grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
Grappling hook is, who would have guessed it? 2 gold.
I know this because I bought one in my other campaign.
I'm going to collect said grappling hook.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm interested to see how badly this could go.
Oh,
I'm-
dude, it's gonna be cosmic.
I've added
Like
one
I said in
grapple.
the chat,
One
We're
grapple
here
hook.
for a good time, not a bad time, not a long time.
It's very appropriate. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think everyone's added that already. I assume people have. And then yeah, we fade up onto the Still Life estate at sunset, and we see the Talene, the two Talene who you met in the two Talene and the Quinn, or Quidvari. Quidvari? Was it Quidvari? It was Quidvari, right? I'm pretty sure the other one was Quidvari. Or was it Aravan? I don't remember. The third one is a mystery.
It was the same as me.
Is it? Okay.
I'm
So,
pretty sure.
you see the two Talene and the Aravan, who you met on the road, in the tavern, kind of awaiting with a small group of the help. A small group of the help gathered at the gates of this place. And yeah, you guys arrive, and he smiles and bows and says, "I see you brought friends. Help."
Oh, are they with us? Are they...
Yeah, I didn't think they were going
that's
to be
up to you
with
guys.
us.
Well, fuck. I'll tell you now. I'm with you. I'm not jumping on any fucking roofs, so.
Jake, are you with us or not?
Fuck it, nah. I'm around the back.
Cool.
Oh, great.
He's already halfway up the wall.
I'm around the fucking back. Let's do this.
Yeah.
He's got like a springboard out.
Yeah.
So yeah, he says that.
I'll jump
nods
fucking 18
towards-
feet. You watch me.
Nods towards Nox.
Oh, this is he's sort of our manager slash bodyguard. He gives us, he's the one who gave us the intel for where we might be able to perform in this, in this area.
Nods. And says.
And he also, looks after us. Make
He
sure we don't
nods.
get into anything.
Nods and smiles
Troublesome.
towards to Nox. He says, "A pleasure, I'm sure."
I tip my head and say, "Oh, it is most welcome to see you. I have heard so many good things about you from the girls."
He smiles and says, "Well, we best not keep the Still Lives waiting. They are, he kind of like, it looks as if like he's like saying something like secretive. They are an impatient sort." And he gestures towards the gate, and the guards open it before him, and he walks through with the others in his entourage.
Excellent. All right. Follow on him.
Yeah, I assume you just follow.
Mm-hmm.
And you're led through like once again, like it's. I think the best description I can possibly give for what you're walking through is "fuck you, I'm rich." Everything is extravagant. Everything is over the top. These are people who they're not nobles. Their power doesn't come through like blood. Their power comes through because they have a lot of money, and they want you to know that, right? So. Yeah, everything around is very much the fact
Shit,
that they
it's
have a lot
magic.
of money. Yeah, and they're very evidently showing that off. And yeah, you're led through into a dining room, and the dude I've already your Taline friend, who I've already forgotten the name of. I sent it. Where is it? I can't find it.
Oh,
I
You
sent
said his
it
name was Varro.
in the roll 20.
Last
Where is
name.
it? Yeah, Varro.
We don't
Um,
have his first name.
Yeah, it's fine. He gestures to the room and says, "Make any preparations you need to, and I'll return with the steel lives." And he moves out of the room, and you guys are left in this dining room.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, I'll scope out a place for us to Do they have a specific place for us to perform,
there's
or
probably,
is it?
I guess it's kind of an area that you would assume has been cleared for you.
All right. Well,
What's the interior of the house like? Like, what kind of objects do they own?
It's very richly decorated. There are statues and other like beautiful and extravagant works of art.
and like just for the sake of fuck you, I'm rich. I'm assuming like these things don't mesh together. They're just
Nah,
there for the sake
they-
of money,
like,
right?
It doesn't really like a lot of it doesn't really go well together. But like looking at it, if any of you have like a discerning eye for art, it's not necessarily all stuff that goes very well together, but it's all very expensive stuff. Like we're talking like these people have like random collections of like impressionist and like real life stuff. But like it's all of the best artists. There's like Van Gogh and like stuff like that here.
I say the feng shui in the room is terrible.
It is. This room, and most of this like estate exists to show the fact that they have money and not much else. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, he. After a short while, you guys. Is there anything you guys want to do as you're left alone in this? First of all,
No, I'm just gonna.
I'll note that none of the statues you see match the description of the item you've been asked to take. That would be
Do
a
I
little bit too
see
easy.
any doors that look like they're leading, off down a hallway that might be the direction where
There are
a
multiple,
lower room might be?
There are multiple. There is none that there's no like stairs down that you can see. There's a lot of doors that lead like further into the house, and you presume at least one of them, one of them goes into the main entryway, which is where you were before. You assume one of them would go into like a sitting room, and then there'd probably obviously the other one that goes into the kitchens.
Well, I'm just gonna set up whatever things I have, so where they don't really have anything. Gonna sit there tuning my guitar, making it look like, I'm not expecting there to be a crash from upstairs or anything. From the start.
Speaking of
Cue the
crash
Mission
from
Impossible
upstairs,
theme.
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun.
Mission Impossible theme starts playing, and where we see Zon.
So like,
He's like just tripped over the fence and is like face down in the mud.
He's
He's
stumbling.
handcuffed.
The guy's got like a
Like,
spear
like-
in his neck.
I scamper up the wall, right? Like on the side where I can like get onto the servants' quarters.
Yeah.
And I just like get up without being seen. I look around like, is there any guards?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, roll me
I can
roll me
get
stealth.
up. A stealth?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's not a difficult check.
Hey.
So just like don't. roll
Do I
it.
teleport inside the vault?
No, you definitely don't.
I definitely
Um,
should.
Yeah, you make it up on top of the roof, and you don't step on any loose tiles that break or crack or anything like that.
Cool. Is there any way to like get in the house from here? Got onto the house and maybe inside from here?
Yeah, like I said, it's a jump. Like if you weren't you wouldn't be able to do it. And even with
But
you
here I
being
am
you,
being
it's,
me.
and even with you being you, it's not easy.
All right. Okay. How not easy is it? If it were to be measured in feet, Liam. If it were to be measured in feet.
Like it's
Right.
like slightly over like an average jump for you.
So slightly over an average jump for me.
Yeah. For
But
you.
like, do you mean like average jump when I use a key point?
So I'm saying, yeah, like your average double jump, it's slightly over that. You get the impression that this building, like the layout, has been specifically designed so people can't do what you're trying to do. They obviously
Okay.
just didn't account for people like yourself.
Being god tier monks.
Extra determined.
Okay, so I'm gonna fucking boot scoot across and land on the building, hopefully.
All right. I guess
Dexterity
roll me
save?
Dex, yeah,
Or a check?
yeah,
Is it
Dex.
it's a check, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same regardless.
I'm gonna need inspiration.
Yeah, clearly they didn't account for player characters, Quack. Cool. Yeah, burn it. You
So is that advantage or 2 roll? I don't know.
advantage.
Advantage.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so you leap over, and kind of like I'll take the stealth roll you rolled before. Like you kind of like scoped out like a place where you think you can land, and like it be sturdy enough to not really make a noise, or like
Yeah, it's like on a supporting beam or something, right? Like,
yeah. Like you've
crate or
you've
something.
picked out a spot where you think you can land, and it be like quiet, and you do it. You leap across and
Yep.
land
I actually overshoot it and I
gracefully.
land on the estate on the other side, is what you're saying? I've jumped so far. I'm just leaps and bounds.
And you land gracefully
Excellent.
on the roof of the estate itself.
Am I by any windows?
It's like you're on the roof.
Yeah, but like, is it like a multi-story thing? Like, you know how there might be is roof and then there's like a smaller second story.
No, it's like
and
you could like there's a second story, but like you could like grab like you could like drop down onto it, like open a window and get in that way.
Okay. Yeah, could I give that a shot?
Sure, go for it. I really wish that luck checks were a thing. Just roll me a flat d20.
Would that be like that'd be like acrobatics though, right? Dropping down.
Yeah. So that's fine. That's not beyond your capabilities. Just roll me like
Okay,
a
so
flat
you just-
d20.
Are you gonna tell him what's good?
Oh,
High or
so
low?
are you saying I haven't scoped out the guards? Like I haven't like.
No, like you
It
know
could
where the
just like
guards
a
are.
random
Just-
guard.
Just
Okay,
roll me
it's
a
a-
flat d20.
I think it's like how lucky you are for the window to be open.
So yeah, like you drop down and like the window
Oh,
is
big
it's
colours.
not only unlocked, but like it's left open into a dark and empty
Not
room.
so flaccid scepter.
Flaccid
And
Scepter
yeah,
is no longer flaccid.
You swing yourself inside through this open window and land once again gracefully on the other side. So what's your plan
Wait, what
from here?
kind of
You're-
room does it look like? What kind of room does it look like I'm in?
It's probably like a spare bedroom, right? Like it's probably you know
on
like
the main floor, right? Is it like, can I drop down?
it's like upstairs. It's still upstairs.
Okay.
And like if you imagine like like old houses and they have like the sheets and shit pulled over furniture like to stop dust.
Mm-hmm.
That's like this room. Like it's a disused bedroom.
Alright, hang on, just
Alright.
give me a sec.
So we cut away. We'll cut away from Zon, and we flicker back downstairs. Cardinal, what are you doing as they prepare their instruments?
While they're preparing their instruments, I would either set up a seat for myself in a dark corner of the room
Sure.
because I want to be a stereotypical Aravan to
Yep.
these people. And do I act while I'm doing that and seeing the servants come and go? Do I happen to see the girl I talked to?
Oh, I don't think so. No, you're seeing like kitchen staff, and she isn't kitchen staff.
Damn. Well, I would wait until I probably like this is most of my plan is like wait for the performance to go, excuse myself to go to the powder room, and then fucking hope for the best that my thief senses are like ding 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 ding.
Okay, sure. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you guys set up, and like servants start to bring like food out onto the table and like start like stacking the table full of like various food items, and then shortly after that, the doors like swing open, and you hear your Taline friend say, and of course, Lord Steellife, these are the artists that I so praised to you earlier. And he gestures across the room to you two, setting up. He says, they will make a beautiful accompaniment to dinner, and of course, you know my taste in music. I wouldn't have brought them here if I didn't think they were the best. And there's like a
Can't
murmured
wait to crit
conversation.
fail.
There's like a murmured conversation between Steellife and Varus. What is that again? V something.
Varro.
V. There you go. I can't even see the message anymore. The message like disappeared to me where I typed his name in the fucking Roll20 chat. It's just like gone. Great. That's fine. Sweet. So yeah, they all settle down and start to eat, and you are gestured to begin playing.
Oh boy. Good old.
What do we think? Were we thinking we start off with
All right.
something, subtle?
Or are you gonna go straight into the "You're getting fucking robbed" song?
Can I inject myself here?
Sure.
Um,
Cut back upstairs to Zon.
So, like, you guys have... Alright, hang on. So you guys are starting playing, or you have... like...
We haven't yet. We are
Okay,
about
so,
to.
like... Okay, I'll let you start playing first.
Alright.
Okay.
Well,
Give us a roll,
Apologies.
boys. And grills, give us your music roll. Ugh. Oh,
oh, good. Okay,
Perfect.
22 is good.
Off to a
yeah.
good start.
You guys start off your opening
Perfect.
ballad, and they're like rapt, right? Like they're watching you intently,
Yes.
very very much like engaged in your performance.
I
Zon,
excuse myself.
Alright, now I interject.
do it.
So, like, okay, so my, like, window's open and shit, right? And this is just a dark spare bedroom.
Yep.
So I look out the door and, like, is it all, like, I assume it's, like, a big hallway. Something.
Yeah.
Pretty empty.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there, like, other, what could be, like, spare bedrooms scattered along this hallway?
Yeah, you see all sorts of like different rooms, and then you hear like a
I hear
muffled
music
conversation
Okay.
coming from like around the corner, and like footsteps like approaching.
Okay, I just, like, tuck in behind, like, the door. So I'm, like, behind it. As if it was pushed open, I'm, like, behind the door.
Okay, sure.
I pull the window closed first. I pull the window closed, like
Okay.
not lock it, but just pull it closed.
Okay, sure.
I'm paranoid.
So yeah, the muffled conversation gets louder, and it's very hushed conversation. It's kind of difficult to make out like who exactly is speaking, and then eventually, like through the doorway that you're like the door that you're like hiding behind like swings open, and covers you, and you see a let's randomly generate race, shall we?
Can't say that.
Wow. I don't see race.
You're all just human to me.
That's
It's
racist.
Elvin and a what's 6?
Wasn't that something about butchers?
Arvin.
Pretty sure that was the Butcher Brothers.
Who no, that's the guild name generator, alright? And they
Or it was
like
figure-
both wearing like a servant's garb. Both younger, one boy, one girl.
Oh,
and from
they're gonna
the
bang in
tone
the
of their
room.
conversation, you
Wow.
get a pretty clear
You
indication
assume that
of
just
their
because it's a boy and a girl.
indications.
I can't believe this. Sis stream.
And they,
Sounds
you
very,
hear them. You hear like I
Slight
think
male of you.
the girl says, "They never come up here, especially not while the performance is going on. Come on." Like she dragging
They're definitely banging.
the Elevin by like the arm.
I mean, the real question is, when are you gonna join in?
Yeah, so how long can I stay hidden for?
I mean, it's a
Like
dark
those
room.
bad
Unless they like
Creepy
light,
son of a-
unless they like light candles, like.
Well, if they're any good,
No, okay,
they might not hit
no,
it.
wait until they're like, hey, I'm just gonna wait. Like, I'm just gonna stay there.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
things
just gotta wait
things go in the expected direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think okay, so I think and then it starts like going in that direction, and then the male, the Arvin, like stops and he pushes himself up and he looks around and he says,
Push it,
I
bro.
swear I opened that window. Like he walks over to the window and like pushes it open. Again, and then yeah, things continue to go in the expected direction.
Alright, so like I'm gonna have to interrupt. How do I
What, you
interrupt?
say that from behind the door?
Yeah, actually. No, I'm not even behind the door now, because they would have
No, the
closed
door's
it,
one
right?
shut.
Yeah, I'm just stood there. Like,
Oh my god, like some creepy man in the shadow.
okay, like, I haven't let it go on long, like, just enough for him to, like, start.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And I just kind of, like, I cough, right? Like, the kind of, like, interrupting cough.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they both like spin to face you. The like Elevin like pulls the sheets up to like hide her, like she's like hiding behind them to like.
Yeah, I just say...
they're like
I
they're like
provide-
The other
undressed.
guys just dick out.
Yeah, no, they're not undressed. Like I don't know from
I've been
Jake's
there, bro.
explanation, they didn't get that far. But like yeah, she's like shocked. And
I put my finger to my lips and say, like, it's in both our best interests. You stay quiet.
and they're like yeah, stuttering and like mumbling for words. They are
can't.
very confused. Very clearly.
Sorry?
Can you roll me?
what
Can
did
you roll
you
me a persuasion? I'll give you advantage. I'll give you
I'm
advantage.
banking on the fact that like they don't want to be caught, right?
Yeah,
That's
I'll give
seriously
you advantage for that. Like for that. mission.
Oh my god.
Mate, they don't want to be caught. They don't want to be caught. They're not gonna yell. They don't be caught. Oh, this is bullshit.
I gave you advantage.
They don't
Jake.
want to be caught. I shouldn't have to roll for that. I'm so mad.
I think like they like pause for a moment, and then like in like
It'd be more
pure.
of them like reacting. It wouldn't be like them. Okay.
Well, yeah, and, like
Like they wouldn't be like yelling or anything, but they might like act hostile to start with, right? Like that.
and then in like pure, I think like shock. The Aravin, like the dude like screams.
That's when the music starts, though, right? Like.
I mean, like the music's happening, so whether they hear it or not. Well, whether look, the people in the main hall aren't going to hear it. You know, a guard might.
Yeah.
But the people in the main hall aren't
okay.
going to hear it, thanks to the
Okay,
music.
so they yell from shock. He screams from shock
It's like,
quickly. Yeah.
ah! Like,
Yeah. Okay. So
what
I'm
are
just
you doing?
hold finger to lips for a minute and like until I can hear there's no like footsteps coming and shit.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if anyone heard the roll. Let's see if anyone heard the scream.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Honestly, you're such a cunt.
Everyone.
I can't control it. I leave it up to
can't.
rolls.
I can't believe it. You're such a cunt. Such a cunt.
So yeah, you hear like
Okay.
footsteps.
Okay. So like I imagine because the entire fucking house heard. Imagine I hear them as well and
No, like
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just like quickly out the window.
Wait, you say that to them, or you do that?
Yeah, out the window.
Wait, wait, you're saying that, or you're doing that?
Like saying that.
They like.
I need information. I need information.
So
Holy shit!
the
I'm,
two
I'm
like
going out the window as well. Like I'm.
But no, the
leaving as
two
well.
servants
I'm
look like dumbfounded. Like how the what?
aren't you gonna get fucked up for like having sex in the master's house or some shit? I don't know.
The
Like,
the
They're gonna fuck you up.
I think that they've like hastily like rebuttoned any clothing, and the let's see how put together this person is. See how well they can think. You're not very well. So I think
Alright,
they're
well,
gonna.
if they're not moving, I'm going out the window.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Like I think they're like,
And I'm just gonna say as I go past, like I assume they're gonna like try and play it off like they were doing something else, like they weren't having sex, right?
yeah, probably.
Yeah. I just say like, keep your mouth shut, or I'll make it known what you were doing. And I was like, vault out the window.
And then they like, yeah, I think as you like vault out the window, you see them like pushing themselves away from the bed.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you duck out the window. Can you roll me persuasion again to see?
Can I not roll persuasion anymore, please?
I mean, or intimidate, persuasion or intimidate, like.
They're both charisma. Can I just not roll charisma stats anymore?
Then stop going off by yourself and requiring yourself to do charisma things.
I'll start hitting them instead if you would rather.
It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, 'cause that'll
That
look so
would be
much
a
better.
character.
Can I? There's literally nothing else that applies. Fuck me. Are they still like? Are they still like advantaged?
That is dismal.
I'll give it to you.
Because they're still in the same state of shock.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
The state of shock hasn't changed.
Sure.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Jesus Christ.
Mate, that's a 13 because they're still advantaged.
Yeah. So
Oi, stop
you
attacking my
escape
feet.
out the window. Can you roll me a stealth check, please?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Fuck up. Oh. Wait.
Also, the way you spell hook is probably my favourite thing on your character sheet. Okay, let's roll perception for the guard to see if he notices. Okay. Yeah, so you duck out the window, and like I think you probably like pull yourself back onto the roof, and just as you pull yourself on the roof, you see the guard like stick his head out the window and like look around, and then yeah, it doesn't see you.
Okay, cool.
And then
do I hear them like conversing with the guard?
Yeah, you hear a conversation happening.
What do I hear?
They're not ratting you out from what you can tell. I think that their story is that they came up here to like check for something, and like there was a rat or something like that spooked them, which the guard buys, I think. And then we'll cut down to Cardinal. Cardinal, what are you doing?
So, I excuse myself pleasantly, and I throw my cloak over my chair, just prop it up, and I walk out and look around.
The lady of the house like gestures for one of the like servants to show you to the bathroom, because it's obviously assumed you don't know where it is.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird, right?
Yeah. So they one of the manservants kind of like follows you out.
Mm.
He says,
As we're going, I start like just making casual talk with him, saying what a lovely home this is.
he says, thank you. The people whose name I can't remember right now, they keep it to a very high standard.
Indeed, their wealth has actually come to us from very far away. As you can tell, we're not from here, but yes, we've heard the name of these people.
No, says, they are very prominent merchants. It's not to be that surprised.
We've even heard tales of a room filled with magnificent things.
He laughs and says, well, the lord of the house is quite the collector.
Indeed. But me and my two associates had a bet that he would keep such a thing close to the first floor, the basement, or the second floor. How about you, let me know who won. Where does he hide his magnificent things?
Can you roll me
Persuasion.
persuasion, please?
Shit.
Yeah. And he says, unfortunately, sir, that is not my information to give. If you wish to know more about the Master's collection, you could always ask him. He has never been overly shy of showing off.
Ooh, I see. That's very interesting, because we've heard what what's the term? The opposite of a braggart. Humble. He is.
He smiles and says, the Lord is very proud of his collections.
I see. Well, interesting. And I do ask him one more thing. Well, since you cannot give me information on the treasure room, why don't you tell me about some of the rooms we're passing? Just
He nods and
what
smiles.
kind of...
Yeah, like he gives you like a basic tour of the area. So there's like another dining room, there's like a sitting room, like hallways off to the kitchen. He points to the stairs, and so the bedrooms are up there. Yeah, there's like various different rooms for servants and other people that help basically to prepare other things and get things ready out of the sight of the rich.
Is there any direction that he doesn't point out? Or like room he doesn't point out?
Can I roll me a flat d20?
Yes, sir. Let's do the Jake roll. I laughed at him. I'm gonna roll a 1 now. Never mind.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's very subtle about it either. It's just like a room that he just doesn't mention anything about that you pass.
Okay. And then when we get to the bathroom, I tell him, well, you can go back and attend the concert. I don't know if you know, but the Aravan, to make ourselves look good, and I pull the mask down slightly, it takes a little time. I can make it back on my own.
I think this requires probably another persuasion.
Of course it does. And I flash a golden coin in my fingers as well.
Sure, take advantage.
Oofed.
Yeah, so he smiles and takes the gold, and says, "Of course, sir. We will see you back at the performance hall." And he smiles and leaves.
Cosmic.
Oh, no. Definitely gonna have to kill him.
Can I scoot back in the window now?
He's climbing in your windows.
So yeah,
Snitching
you
your
duck
people up.
down. The window is like locked firm. Shut.
The inside?
Hmm.
Why don't you try knocking on the window?
Yeah, are they in there?
No. The room is empty. The door is shut. The covers have been pulled back over the furniture.
Okay. Alright. Change of plan. Like, okay. What's the kind of landscape of this roof, right? Like, is it like a traditional kind of home, or is it like kind of like a flat roof, or is it like a bit of like tiling and then like the second story is smaller, so there's a bit of room and then there's like another roof on top of that second
So
story?
there's probably like the last one, but it'd be the third story that'd be like relatively small. So like the first and second story are just kind of like floors, and the third story would be larger.
Can I...
Or smaller.
So how small is the third story?
A room, maybe two.
A room or two, maybe? Can I... Is there a window up there? Is there windows on that third story?
Yeah, sure.
Can I go have a look in the windows?
So it's like a... You have a look in, and it's like a... It's more like a study, I think. So it's like a desk with like papers scrawled across the desk. Probably a few items that you don't really recognize or know what they are. This particular
statues,
area...
right?
No. So that's why this particular area is like very different to the rest of the rest of the party have seen of the house. It's missing a lot of the ornamentation and artwork and decoration that the rest of the house is showing.
Is there any parts on the roof that aren't like awfully visible from like... Oh, am I like pretty well hidden from the ground level?
Yeah, you're pretty well hidden from the ground level.
Alright, so I reach into my my Dungeoneer's kit,
Sure.
Dungeoneer pack, and pull out my tinderbox and some torches, and
Okay.
set fire to the third story.
Oh my Christ.
Sure. Okay. So
My lord. Zon is just on. He's out for blood.
okay.
He doesn't give a fuck.
So yeah, what I think we see, is we see like the sparking of the flint, the flint and steel.
Like intense, like tribal, like...
Yeah, and then like we hear like the
You're
music.
playing a fucking drum.
We hear like the music.
I can't see you,
um,
but I can hear it.
Yeah, we hear like the music from Flavie and Mock like speed up and then become more intense.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
imagining like Nemo when he's like when they have to go through the bubbles as well. Like,
and then we see the sparking of the torch, and it catches light. We see Zon like open the window to the third floor, and just like toss in this torch, and it lands amidst the papers and other such things on the desk, and very quickly catches alight. Smoke begins to like billow from the window that Zon is standing at, and we hear calls of like fire from both inside the estate and outside of it, and that's where we cut for this week.
Oh my god.
So if everyone can make a note of what they're doing at this exact moment, so we don't lose that when we come back, because I'll go back and watch like the very end of the VOD like I normally do, but I might lose some details, some like more specific details about what exactly you're doing.
Palfer. The Palfer
In the
room.
Palfer room. Sweet. Okay. That was a thing. I don't know if I that. Cool. Setting fire to the third story. Cool. So,
That's... I
Did
did not
anyone
think we would end
have-
the session on the building catching on fire.
I didn't think I wasn't expecting that either. They don't have any goals that they.
Let's have a look. I have
Come
some.
Same one as
back to
last
that
week?
session.
Oh, last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as
Message me about what specific things affected that, apart from the obvious one. Sure. Yeah, just if you've apart from Jake needs to send me something specific because it's his super secret goal. Anyone else who did something like the same as last time, just send me the message again so I remember to assign experience for it. And then we'll go through goals at the start of the next session. Just we'll use that as kind of the recap for what happened last time. Cool. Is there anything anyone wants to throw at the stream about things that they do in and around the interwebs?
YouTube in the wee hours. New
Really
episode
remember just
this
to
week.
have the link for that. So we have Lane's like music podcast that's up on YouTube. A link will be chucked in the chat very quickly as soon as I pull it up. Jake, you do things. What do you do?
So I've like on a stream hiatus at the moment, but my mic that I ordered has been delivered to the store, so I should be picking it up this week. So I'll be streaming on Tipsy Drunk, and I'll probably just be drinking. Really, I'm just drinking on stream, and hoping people come talk shit. So
are you saying everyone in the Twitch get tipsy?
yep,
No.
everyone can get tipsy. You can all get tipsy with me. It'll be great.
And then Abby has her Instagram and her Facebook, Abby Hobbs _art, to check out her beautiful art that she does. I stream on this channel, so if you've already followed me, you've already done what you can to be around when I do things.
Subscribe.
You can do that too, but you probably shouldn't.
If Strongbow watching,
Sponsor, yeah,
Yep.
Strongbow.
sponsor
If,
me and Liam. Liam can,
Sponsor me, Tupperware.
Captain Morgan, I'll take that.
Superman cups.
I'll go for big money.
And Grey Goose vodka.
Pepsi, come on, Pepsi sponsorship.
So yeah, if you guys enjoy our games, because we have this one, there is a second D&D game and a Stars Without Number game. Stars is happening tomorrow night. Woo! That's exciting. Yeah, that'll be fun. Stars is basically space D&D, for those who don't know what Stars is. And then
That's
I'm a
how I
variety
describe it to
streamer
people.
the rest of the time, so I go and do that stuff on this channel. So if you guys are followed, you're already here. Anyway, that is it for this week. Hope to see you guys next time. And until then, peace.
Up and out.